In Japan, there is a profound respect for the life cycle of objects. We believe that things do not lose their soul simply because they have been cut or worn. Instead, they carry their history into their next form. Hi, welcome back to my Kimono Upcycling channel. Today, we are practicing Chisoku, the philosophy of knowing sufficiency. It is the art of being satisfied with what you already have. For me, that means looking at these vintage Kimono Obi fabrics and seeing them not waste, but a rich landscape of silk and threads. We are going to combine these ornate pieces with ragged denim scraps using the rhythmic strength of Sashiko stitching. Our goal is to create a small basket inspired by the earthy, functional beauty of Karatsu pottery. Let's begin. Before we begin today's layout, I want to show you where these pieces came from. These are the leftovers from my previous kimono projects. In my previous videos, we looked at the elegance of Nabeshima ware from Imari, pieces that are bright, polished, and full of color. But today, I'm feeling a pull toward something different. I'm looking at these scraps and thinking about the character of Karatsu-ware. Unlike the perfect surface of Nabeshima, Karatsu pottery is famous for being rough. It is made from sandy clay that has a certain grit or earth flavor, what we call Tsuchi-aji. When you look at a Karatsu bowl, you see the fingerprints of the potter, the marks of the fire and glazes that look like they were applied with a quick, honest hand. It's not trying to hide its nature. I want to treat these fabric scraps the same way. These aren't trash or waste. They are the raw clay of my work. Just as a Karatsu potter sees the beauty in a stone stuck in the clay, I want to see the beauty in these frayed edges and small fragments. By gathering these pieces together, I am preparing to build something that feels grounded. Something that feels like it belongs in a home where things are used and loved every day. Simple living isn't about having nothing. It's about having what matters. As I lay these obi scraps down, I'm looking for a balance that feels like a karatsu tea bowl. Natural, not forced. I'm reminded of the poet Masaoka Shiki, who spent much of his life observing the world from a small room. He wrote, 栗のかご、暮れゆく日の照らしけり。A basket of chestnuts, the evening sun, shining on them. Shiki didn't need grand landscapes to find beauty. He found it in a basket of nuts touched by the light. In the same way, I'm looking at these scraps. They aren't leftovers. Under this light, the silk reflects the history of the weaver, the person who once wore it, and now the person who will use it as a basket. This is the starting point of Yonobi. Recognizing that the most ordinary materials are worthy of our deepest attention. In Karatsu-ware, Yonobi, the beauty of use is a rejection of the artificial. As noted by the Mingei movement, a truly beautiful object is one made by an unknown craftsman for a common person. It is beauty that is born, not made. Think of the Chosen Karatsu style, where two glazes, black and white, run together. The potter doesn't control exactly where they meet. The heat of the kiln decides. As I overlap these pieces of silk, I'm letting the patterns dictate the flow. Shiki once wrote, 我は生きてありたいもののごとくに I want to live just as things are. Shiki often spoke of shasei or sketching from life, accepting reality without decoration. This seeing things as they are is the heart of my work today. I'm not trying to hide the frayed edges of the obi or the faded indigo of the denim, like the iron oxide sketches on a karatsu bowl. These marks are the sketch of life. They tell us the object is real. It is honest. As I finalize the placement, I'm thinking about the tactile nature of Karatsu pottery. It is famous for being sturdy. It's meant to be gripped, washed, and passed around a table. By choosing these scraps, I'm honoring their past while giving them a new, humble purpose. We are not just making a container, we are creating a companion for our daily rituals. Now that the soul of the piece is laid out, we can begin the slow work of binding it together. As I begin these lines, I'm guided by the spirit of mottainai. This word is more than just don't be wasteful. It is a recognition of the sacredness in objects. The belief that every thread has a purpose, and to discard it before its time is to ignore its soul. In the Edo period, fabric was precious. Sashiko, meaning little stabs, was the language of mottainai. It was the way people whispered thank you to their clothes, mending them until they became a map of their lives. These obi scraps were once grand, but here, in their broken state, they find a new dignity. We aren't just saving fabric, we are practicing a profound respect for the resources of our earth. The rhythm of these tiny stitches feels like breathing through the fabric. Miyamoto Musashi often spoke of repetition as the path to the truth. He said, 千日の稽古を担とし、万日の稽古を練とす。Practice for 1,000 days to develop skill. Practice for 10,000 days to refine it. Just as Musashi honed his sword through relentless practice, I hone my attention through the rhythm of stitching. Each needle pierce is an opportunity to focus and align the mind with the hand. With every stitch, I practice patience. With every small imperfection, I practice an opportunity to focus and align the mind with the hand. With every stitch, I practice patience. With every small imperfection, I practice acceptance. If I rush, the thread tangles. A reminder from the fabric that I have lost my way. If I breathe, the rhythm returns. Through this repetition, I learned to let go. I learned that beauty isn't in control, but in persistence. In the spaces between these stitches, there is a quiet stillness. This is what Musashi called kara, the void. It is a state where the self disappears and there is only the needle. The thread and the braid. The needle moves like a brush, painting calm across the silk. We aren't just joining scraps. We are stitching our own focus into the seams. In this space, the heavy weight of the obi and the ruggedness of the denim become one unified strength. For the lining of our basket, I'm using repurposed denim. If the obi silk is the atmosphere of the piece, the part that catches the light, then the denim is the earth. It provides the structural integrity that silk cannot offer on its own. In the world of Karatsu pottery, this is known as Tsuchi-aji, the flavor or character of the clay. Karatsu clay is often coarse, full of iron and small stones. It isn't refined into a smooth paste. Its strength comes from its rugged, unpolished nature. Masaoka Shiki had a gift for finding the soul in these hidden, sturdy things, he wrote. Fuyugare ya rakan no hana no kakegokoro. Winter desolation, the chipped nose of a stone statue. Shiki saw that the stone statue even when chipped and worn by the elements, held and quiet dignity. This denim is much the same. It is faded, perhaps even chipped by its previous life as a shirt, but it has the heart of a survivor. Simple living often requires this kind of internal grit. The parts of our lives that people don't see, but that hold everything else together. As I layer the denim to Sashiko stitched silk, I'm thinking about the integrity of the unseen. In Japanese craftsmanship, the back of an object is often treated with as much respect as the front. This is an extension of jisoku, knowing that true satisfaction comes from the wholeness of the work, not just its outward appearance. Shiki once observed,なほ生きて内輪の風を待つばかり. Still living, just waiting for the wind from a paper one. There is a profound patience in those lines. As I prepare this lining, I'm waiting for the structure to reveal itself. The denim isn't just a layer, it's a commitment to durability. By choosing this humble material to support the vintage silk, we are practicing a balance of opposites. In Karatsu-ware, this is like the marriage of the dark clay and the light straw ash glaze. One is the skeleton, the other is the skin. We now move from a flat plane to the volume of a vessel. In Japan, this transition is a sacred moment. It is where a thing becomes a place. I am reminded of a haiku by Masaoka Shiki that speaks to the transition of seasons and shapes.行く我にとどまる汝に秋二つ. For me going, for you staying. 2 autumns. As I hold these corners, the fabric is going from its past as a garment and staying here as a basket. It holds 2 identities at once. In Karatsu pottery, this is the moment the clay is pinched into a spout or a rim. It is no longer just earth. It is a container for water, for tea, for life. As I sew these final structural seams, I am practicing meditative. This is the art of seeing an object not for what it was, but for what it could be. A vintage obi was meant to be a formal sash, stiff and grand. Now it is a humble container. This is the heart of simple living, the ability to reimagine the resources already in our hands. Karatsu-ware embodies this. A simple bowl used for rice in a farmhouse good. Through the eyes of a tea master, be seen as a masterpiece for a ceremony. Shiki once wrote, 亀に刺す富士の花房。短ければ畳の上に及ばぬまでも。The wisteria clusters in the vase are short. They do not even reach the surface of the tatami. Shiki didn't complain that the flowers were too short. He observed the space they occupied. He found beauty in their specific scale. As I box these corners to create depth, I am defining the space this basket will occupy. It doesn't need to be large or ornate. It just needs to be enough for its purpose. The final stitches are the most difficult. We are sewing through layers of history, the silk, the batting, and the denim. It requires strength, but also a gentle touch so the fabric doesn't pucker. This tension is exactly like the clash of glazes in Karatsu pottery. The dark iron and the white straw ash glaze struggle against each other in the fire, and in the struggle, a beautiful crown or texture is born. Shiki, even while facing physical pain, found peace in the small movements of his room. 朝顔の紺の絞れる厚さかな。The morning glory's deep blue. Squeezed by the heat. The squeezing of the fabric under my needle is where the character of the basket is finalized. We are binding the ornate and the rugged, the past and the present. Each backstitch is a promise of durability. We are not just closing a seam. We are completing a circle of respect that began with the first piece of scrap we picked up.
Looking back this project, I'm so happy how it feels. It's heavy, textured, and strong.
It feels like a piece of Karatsu pottery that just came out of the fire. Earlier, I made this other basket inspired by Nabeshima porcelain. You can see the difference immediately. Imari's style is about perfection. It's bright, colorful and elegant. It's like a garden in full bloom. But is Karatsu style? This is about the earth. It's about the beauty of things that are a little rough, a little quiet, and very honest.
Today wasn't just about making a basket. It was about chisoku, means knowing you have enough. We didn't buy new fabric today. We looked at the waste in the scrap bin and saw something beautiful. The poet Masaoka Shiki once wrote a simple poem about a scarecrow. おとといのへのへのもへじのかかしかな The scarecrow with the face from the day before yesterday.
A scarecrow is just old clothes and a simple drawing, but it has a job to do. It has a soul. The basket is my scarecrow. It's made from the day before yesterday. Old Obi silk and used denim, but it is ready to be useful today.
I hope you look at the scraps in your own life this week. Maybe it's a small bit of extra time, or maybe old materials you almost threw away. You don't need to be perfect, like Nabeshima porcelain. Sometimes being rugged and real, like Karatsu, is even more beautiful. Thank you for stitching with me. I'll see you again in the next video. またね。